Hello everyone. You are on the channel. Support the channel by subscribing, for which I will be grateful to you. Well, friends, today on January 17th, Apple updated the page on the official website showing updated versions of the MacBook Pro 14 and 16 inches, as well as a fresh Mac Mini. There are not very many changes, so the highlights were left to the mercy of bloggers, the press and employees of the company itself, packing everything into an offline video and a press release in the Apple newsroom. Let's see what's new. In the introductory intro, Apple made it clear that all the revolutions in design and in the transition to Apple Silicon have been made. Therefore, the Mac Mini 2023 received the M2 chip, which since last year has settled in the 13-inch MacBook Pro and the redesigned MacBook Air, as in last year's 5nm machines. The M2 chip offers up to 8 processor cores and up to 10 graphics cores, as well as up to 24 GB of combined LPDDR5 memory. Photoshop will be 50% faster than on the M1 chip. You can mount twice as fast, as well as launch such AAA-class game projects with heavy graphics as No Man's Sky. There are 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports on board with support for up to 2 external monitors. Grandfather has been updated in the Apple Lab, and he talked about the new M2 Pro chip. It is built on the basis of the extended architecture of the M2 chip. The same 5nm second-generation process technology is used, but the number of transistors has been increased to 40 billion. Now the chip allows you to choose up to 32 GB of combined memory, the bandwidth of which is doubled up to 200 GB per second. The 12-core processor part has 8 high-performance and 4 energy-efficient cores. The chip is faster than M1 Pro by 20%. The graphic part has also been updated, now up to 19 cores on board. Graphics performance is 30% more than M1 Pro. 16-core neural engine accelerated by 40%. It is used in such machine learning tasks as video and image processing, and the media engine allows you to work with all popular video codecs, speeding up video work with low power consumption. The M2 Pro is available with 10-core CPU and 16-core graphics in the base, and for $300 extra you get 12 CPU cores and 19 graphics. Mac Mini 23 was the first Apple machine with the M2 Pro chip, and it is 14 times more powerful than the bearded Mac Mini when they were still equipped with processors from Intel. Mac Mini, like in principle all Mac machines, are tailored for musicians, photographers, video editors, even cope with cartoons, and you can even play Resident Village, one of the few truly cool games that has been ported to Mac. The base comes with 16 GB of combined storage, or 32 GB for a $400 surcharge. Updated wireless interfaces, Wi-Fi 6E, Bluetooth 5.3, and you can buy support for a 10 gigabit Ethernet port for $100. SSD can be selected from 512 GB and up to 8 TB for a surcharge of $2,400 space. Now the machine is equipped with 4 Thunderbolt 4 ports, thanks to which there is support for up to 3 external monitors, or 1 with a resolution of 8K. The starting price for a Mac Mini with an M2 chip has become really super affordable from $600. Mac Mini of the previous generation cost $100 more, but still, keep in mind that the monitor and peripherals will have to be purchased separately. The price of a Mac Mini with an M2 Pro chip starts at $1,300. Start of sales on January 24th. The last Poppy Mini with an Intel processor was discontinued and sold. The era is gone. They also removed the Mac Mini with the M1 chip. Apple, not unreasonably, once again praised its professional 14 and 16-inch firmware, in the exterior of which they decided not to change anything. Is that the color of the charging rag cable with MagSafe in the plugs now matches the colors of the case, silver or space gray. The starting chip was M2 Pro, with which laptops became more powerful and more autonomous. Animations are drawn 20% faster than in the model with M1 Pro and 80% faster than the fastest MacBook on Intel. Compiling code in Xcode is 25% faster than in firmware with M1 Pro and 2.5 times faster than MacBook Pro with the top processor Intel Core i9. Photoshop processes photos 40% faster than the previous generation and 80% faster than the fastest Intel. The third chip in the M2 family is the new M2 Max, built on the basis of the M2 Pro, but with a more powerful graphics component, 67 billion transistors, which is 10 billion more than in the M1 Max and more than 3 times more than in the M2 chip. The MacBook Pro now offers up to 96 gigabytes of combined memory with twice the bandwidth, up to 400 gigabytes per second. Processor is the same as the M2 Pro, 12 cores, 8 performance and 4 energy efficient. The performance is 20% higher than the M1 Max, but the number of graphics cores has increased to 38. And thanks to the large cache, it provides a 30% performance increase compared to the M1 Max. The neural and media engines have been updated. The M2 Max is available in the base with 12-core processor and 30-core graphics parts. And by paying $200, you will get 38 graphics cores. What's new in MacBook Pro 14 and 16 2023 with M2 Max chip? New firmware for 14 and 16 inches with M2 Max chip provide 30%